mention greats of all time. Gotta take it prime time, such a beautiful grind. I've been waiting for a long time, had to keep a strong mind. Now the game is all mine. You say my name when they mention greats of all time. Gotta take it prime time, such a beautiful grind. Overlooked, now I've come into my own. I played it to the bone, gave my talents time to hone. My name is ringing, flower bringing, leave the game deceased. The way I'm snapping verbal famine, cause I spit disease. That's why I flow sick, the world's been put on notice. I got people behind me and together we gon' grow this. And you know this, waiting for this moment. The worst is yet to come, so you can take this as an omen. My touch is golden, cause I've lived through worse before. So the fact you don't know what's in store leaves you wanting more and more. I played the background, but never ever back down. Tightened up the laces, now's the time for me to crack down. No turning back now, sun up to the sundown. I feel so high I can touch the sky, but I ain't coming back down. They ain't never gonna tell me shit, I'm here to make history. Greatness is my imprint, I give them all the glory. I've been waiting for a long time, had to keep a strong mind. Now the game is all mine. You say my name when they mention greats of all time. Gotta take it prime time, such a beautiful grind. I've been waiting for a long time, had to keep a strong mind. Now the game is all mine. You say my name when they mention greats of all time. Gotta take it prime time, such a beautiful grind.
All good, 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 all good.
Listen up, I got a story to tell. Yeah, come on. Listen up, I got a story to tell. Yeah. Spent a lot of time inspecting my life, dissecting my life, looking in mirrors, reflecting on life. When my days dark as night, wasn't a glimmer of light. Used to call me heavyweight, cause I put up a fight. Left the wrongs for the rights and hit the ground straight running. I'm fighting temptations, you can call me David Ruffin. Coming up out of nothing like a rose from the cracks. I got tired of the frontin', so I started from scratch. Now they call me Greg Oden, got my grown man gang. All the spades that I'm holding help my cut strike pain. See, I'm mama's only son, watch me shine through the rain. I must be the chosen one, cause it's my time for the fame. Sticking to my own lane, cause I'm avoiding these lanes. My life is a beach, see me riding the waves. Staying clear of the sharks, I see them hiding away. I've got no fear in my heart, I'm always finding my way. Listen up, I got a story to tell. How I came from rock bottom, dug my way out of hell. Had the world trying to trap me, but I broke out the cell. Now it's all good, it's all good. Listen up, I got a story to tell. How I'm schooling them and doing it well. Now I'm shooting to the top, stars shining like sails. Now it's all good, it's all good. Flashing back to the past, I was burning like Nero. Till I came up out of nothing, cloud 9 from ground zero. They call me superhero, rock an S on my chest. I got my feet on the ground as I stand for success. A balanced life on a beam, balanced nightmares and dreams. Stay true to my scheme and change the game like Kareem. Digging in with my cleats, you know it's real in the field. So I stay stronger than iron, but keep it cooler than steel. Ain't burn no bridges behind me, so I ain't stuck on the hill. I got the steps right beside me, so come along for the thrill. I let the bad times remind me of where I'm from, where I'm going. Now I'm basking in the sun. I once thought I was snowed in. Whole times melt away, I work magic like Copperfield. Even when the times were hot, still managed to keep it chill. Still managed to keep it real. Can't lose sight of my mission. All the goals I envisioned finally came to fruition. Listen up, I got a story to tell. How I came from rock bottom, dug my way out of hell. Had the world trying to trap me, but I broke out the cell. Now it's all good, it's all good. Listen up, I got a story to tell. How I'm schooling them and doing it well. Now I'm shooting to the top, stars shining like sails. Now it's all I'ma never mind fate. Soaring to the highest, I'm so fly, I migrate. Spitting flows that hydrate. Kept my goals, don't mind hate. They was getting irate. They can't move at my rate, so they try to violate. I quickly shut them down. I fell on the ground, now I'm upward bound. I got the speed of sound and taking aim at the ground. Had some punks jumping up, but they never was down. They struggled how I struggled, or hustled how I hustled. They never had to juggle or exert a little muscle. That's why I'm on the bubble. My clicks bringing trouble, leave the industry in rubbles. My money starts to double. They dig me like a shovel. I try to show them love. Hard work brought perks. Now I'm tighter than a glove. Do it all, a smirk and shrug. They'll never take my pride. You'll see it in my eyes, cause my time is a ride. Listen up, I got a story to tell. How I came from rock bottom, built my way out of hell. Had the world trying to trap me, but I broke out the cell. Now it's all good, it's all good. Listen up, I got a story to tell. How I'm schooling up and doing it well. Now I'm shooting to the top, stars shining like sails. Now it's all good, it's all good.
All good.
Listen up, I got a story to tell, yeah.
All good.
Now listen up, I got a story to tell.
All good.
Listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up, I got a story to tell.
Welcome back, welcome back. This is your main man, Mike D.
Welcome back.
Mr. Carter,
Mr. Carter.
John Travolta, famous actor, started his career.
And we were watching
Welcome back,
watching clips from Saturday Night Fever last night too.
Clips from Saturday Night Fever.
I'm not watching the whole movie.
Clips from Saturday Night
You
Fever.
hit my hair. It takes me a long time to do my hair, and then
Yeah,
and then
did
you
my
hit
hair.
it.
Did my hair. Yeah, we old. Shut up. We
Yeah.
old. Damn. I know you're looking up Google Saturday Night Fever. What is that? Is that a disease? Yeah. There's a movie called Thank God It's Friday, too. Look that up, too. You don't know about that. Disco was king.
I saw that at Funland Drive-In. I saw that at Funland Drive-In.
Disco is king. This is baby Mike D. This is Cover2 Conversations. Two Tampinators, at least two topics, 2 points of view for 2 hours on Flohio Radio. I'm always joined by
Reginald Gray.
also known as Space Ghost. You know, a.k.a. the proprietor of Castle Grayskull. Because you know Reggie's got the power. He's got the power. We are produced by Serge Gotti, the Teflon producer. And we've been joined by Alfie, the Sith Lord.
Hi, everybody.
Straight from Cleveland.
Straight from Taco Bell.
Now, remember.
Thank you.
And remember, Reggie's in charge of 2 things. He brought us our 2 musical interludes, which were...
What? Last break?
Yeah.
For all good.
Well, Tone,
the champ
known as Tone Capone was in studio. So to make him feel at home, he's from Kansas City. First break, I played Tech 9. He's from Kansas City.
Okay.
Second break, I played 2 of his own songs.
Okay.
So I can't remember the titles right now.
All right. So that's one thing that Reggie is fantastic out of his music archive. The second thing Reggie does, because he has a diverse population of friends and family all through the galaxy.
Not really.
He brings our guests. So our first guest for our first hour was the champ known as Tone Capone from Kansas City, local radio host himself on WNMF. Shout out to Kenny K. Rest in
R.I.P.
power.
Kenny K.
Rest in power for Kenny K. He brought us another guest, a second guest, a special guest. I don't have a nickname for her yet, but I think we call her Coach Kelly. Is that Coach Kelly?
That's right.
That's Coach Kelly. And he didn't say R. It said Coach Kelly. Kelly. Coach Kelly. He brought Coach Kelly here. As everyone knows, Reggie's been talking about one of the things we always talk about in Cover 2 Conversations since our beginning back at In Touch Radio. A shout out to In Touch Radio giving us our start. We talk about health and fitness and wellness, especially for people of color, especially for older folks, because guess what? That's what we are. That being said, Reggie's spent many, many years on and off in the gym, training and stuff like that. He got to a point where he was almost, he was touching the ceiling, and he was like, man, I'm going to do a show. I never get it. He had a good, nice 2-pack on, a little 2-pack on his thing. He was taking pictures on Facebook, MySpace,
2013.
Instagram, and we were like, you might actually do this. And then I don't know what happened. Fell off the wagon. 10 years later, now he is back.
It's like call center stuff, right?
He is back.
I understand.
He met a beautiful young lady, Yetta May. Yetta May is also a world champion bodybuilding professional, as well as an opera singer. And she lost 80 pounds and won last year's Iron Bay Classic in two categories. And when you wake up every morning and you look at your menu, you go, hey, I did it. What she gonna do? So Reggie's like, oh, you looking at me in the face like that? I'm gonna do something. So one of the first things he did is did an 8-week challenge where he came in second place. So he's the San Francisco 49ers of the 8-week challenge.
Wow.
But then the second thing he did is really turn it up. So Reggie, tell us, I think you were saying a little bit before that you're on your second week of preparing for your September competition.
September 12th.
All right, tell us a little bit about that and introduce your guest.
The guest is my coach, Yetta's coach. IFBB? IFBB. Fitness, coaching. She has a whole stable full of athletes that she's coaching. Now I'm in the stable, Mike.
You're in the stable?
I'm in the stable.
Boy, them horse steroids working, buddy.
Yeah. Kelly Lynn.
Kelly Lynn.
Kelly Lynn.
Coach Kelly.
Yeah.
That's me.
Coach Kelly Lynn. So tell us a little bit about what does it mean to be is it a fitness competition coach? Or are you a fitness coach that also specializes in competition? What is Coach Kelly?
So I got started in coaching way back in 2002. I was a Marine. I was a United States Marine.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. Oh, say hoorah. Not hoorah.
Yeah, but wait, he's not a Marine, so he didn't want to disrespect you.
No.
Because I was in one of the other branches.
What was the branch you were? What? Navy?
Months.
Navy.
Army.
Oh, okay. No, much respect. No, thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your service.
Thank
Now
you for
be the
your
Sith
service.
Lord.
No, but so I got into it. Just always been active, and I started competing when I was 20, and then I kind of just took over my interest in helping people. Once I started learning all about the body, it was a natural transition for me in my life, and being in fitness, I've been able to touch so many lives, and so from competing to inspiring people to be better and do better, I started doing personal training, and then it kind of just went into the nutrition aspect, and working with athletes, and now it's been crazy. I mean, I've coached so many people in Tampa. I have people nationwide.
Really?
Yeah. So it's been a real blessing, So I've been able to, and I'm also currently I have a book coming out for coaches.
Second book, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your first book?
No, I have one for motivation as well. So they're on Amazon.
Okay.
And so
we look up
Kelly Lynn, just Kelly Lynn.
Lynn.
Yeah, you can just Amazon
LYNN.
Uh-huh.
All right, look it up.
Yeah. So my whole thing is I've been able to build a business on, just integrity and giving people what they need as far as motivation. And then, when people lose motivation, it's going to affect their training and their whole nutrition
So she
aspect.
looked at you ready? No, sorry.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people are athletes, and they're athletes when they're younger, and they get injured, and they can't, they can't play football anymore. They can't play sports anymore. They can't do gymnastics. So there's this is also an outlet for former athletes as well. So
You need to go to the Cleveland Browns. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. So no. So it's it's been really crazy. I mean, I turned 40 this year, and so it's been almost 2 decades in the fitness industry.
Okay.
And it's crazy. So I mean, I've had a lot of male athletes, a lot of female athletes. I've taken them from some people, were over 200 pounds. I've had women never believe they could be in shape. They got, down to like 125.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, the skin tightens up, everything, over time. If people just learn that discipline, they can actually do it.
Are you only doing people that compete or people that just, look, I want to get in shape and just look the part?
You can just, I do both. It's really, sometimes when people are competitive, they stick to it because they have a goal in mind, like a real tangible goal they have to achieve. But some people that don't have that goal, they think they want to get in shape, but they're not really ready. So, I can usually tell. And people that say, I just want to get in shape, there's sometimes it's like hit or miss. But competitive athletes are usually more structured.
That's when you get their credit card up front. Oh, you want to get fit? How about we get you on an automatic debit?
Exactly.
Because I'm not going to see you for about 3 times.
Yeah.
Well, one thing you did say, and I told you about this earlier, the pictures you're talking about, like 2013, I think, and I was considering doing it back then.
Right.
And Men's Physique was like brand new, I think, 12, 13.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I could do this. And I was telling I said, you know what? I would have messed it up. Because I've hung around enough people that do it to see what, over the last 10 years to see what they go through and the sacrifice it takes. If I would have, I'll put my money into it in 2013, I would have, like, maybe 2 months in, would have been like, I'm good. Because I think what would have happened was I would have got cocky about it and been like, I got my 6-pack, I'm good, I'm going to the club. I got me a 6-pack, I'm going to the beach. And I'm like, stage, nah. Now I know the sacrifice, even being with her, what she has to go through.
Yes.
And the stuff the stuff she's done outside the gym, that her life stress.
Yeah, for a love of a woman.
Yeah.
I'm getting texts from Reggie Gray 4:30 in the morning at the gym. I'm getting Facebook posts from Reggie Gray 10 o'clock at night at the gym. And I'm thinking, what is this woman got you doing? What is wrong with you, bro? Because if I count from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., you're not sleeping.
No, on her prep for the show when it was coming up that last month.
I remember.
Dude, because by the time we got to the gym, we left, we finished like around, it was something to be 1 o'clock in the morning. Had to get up before work for her to get her cardio in. Because she had double cardio. She had double cardio because
Kelly ain't nothing to play with.
You ain't lying.
Nope.
Ain't nothing to play with.
So right now I'm only doing my 40 minutes of cardio right now, and I'm eating a lot, and it's like enjoy that food now. I'm complaining about the food, like, dude, I'm not hungry, dude. I'm like, I gotta eat again, and she gonna say, but you can now.
like you got to start eating slow, like. Want to feel this in my mouth because I'm not gonna feel it for a long time. So tell me, Coach Kelly, if I may call you that.
Yeah, call me. That's fine with me.
Coach Kelly,
Kelly Lynn.
Yeah, Kelly Lynn. Based on just anecdotal feedback, and actually watching them and seeing her come to our radio show, eating her 6th meal of the day. Do you have kind of a tried and true method that you do with all athletes, or do you prescribe specific plans for each athlete for each purpose? For food, workout, lifestyle.
It's all custom.
It's all custom. Okay.
Yeah, because some people are better. Like, there's some people that are really structured in how they work. They want something. Are you eating this?
Did you wait? Did you weigh that, boy? Did you weigh that?
You just.
Really?
Yeah, it's a sweet potato.
Good Lord.
Do you want some hot sauce for that?
I'm good.
No, I customize everything. Every plan's custom.
So everything is custom. So can you give me an idea of you have a fitness couple basically. So can you give me an idea of the difference in the programs for Yetta May versus Reggie? Just is it different macronutrients? Is it different workout? What give me some ideas of what's really happening.
So basically, when I'm doing diets, I find out their, well, not always their weight, because I don't have to go by weight. So I can do
But yeah, wait.
basically.
Yeah, if y'all don't see Jetta May in the back, she about this tall.
Yeah, she's little.
She's
She's little.
Yeah, she ain't gonna bust out the scale on nobody.
Yeah, she's mighty. She's small but mighty though.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is. She so somebody like Yetta, she's like she had to lose weight, and I've seen her compete before when she was a lot smaller, so I know what she's capable of weighing. And most people, when they get on stage, they're going to be within a certain weight anyway. So I'm basically going off of your stage weight, believe it or not, when I see somebody with their height. Now, some people are like, "Oh, I'm just big boned or whatever," No, but they think they can't get that small, but they can. and if I give them a certain amount, I mean, people aren't supposed to go under 1,000 calories a day anyway. I mean, your heart has to beat. You have, just by resting, your metabolism's still going. So that's what people don't have. They have a misconception of that. Sometimes like you can't go 900 calories for a long time and think that your metabolism's not going to shut down.
Right.
So when I customize things, I take that into accountability. So your plan's always going to be over 1,000 calories. Okay. Doesn't matter who you are. And my thing is like if somebody's her height and his height, you're going based upon. I'm looking more at the height.
And just for people who don't know, 1,000 calories, I believe a Big Mac is like 560 calories.
Yep.
So one Big Mac
so split
is
that up
560 calories.
twice a
Just
day
to get you on
and
the
you're gonna
set.
lose weight.
But go ahead.
Right,
So
exactly.
someone like Reggie.
Exactly. No, someone like Reggie, I mean, he's trying to put on size and he's trying to put on, before he gets like super cut for his show, you have to get him, above a certain amount.
Look at that. Yeah.
Is that good?
That's right. Super
That's
cut.
good.
He's going to have all the creases in the
All
head.
yeah, exactly. All the veins. Yeah, so I mean, you're going to.
So you're bulking them up right now.
Somewhat. Like, I do like to do clean bulk. I don't want people getting like, thinking they can eat whatever they want so they can get bigger, and just eat what they feel like. Because that's a bad habit too to get into. You start eating really crazy amounts of food and you think that that's going to make your muscles bigger, but we're actually trying to increase protein and keep him more on a regimented schedule with the times he eats. That way that the body gets accustomed to that. So as I bring food down, or taper his calories down, his body will respond because I know that he's eating the same every, 3 hours and he's not varying off of that.
I messed that up.
Well, you messed that up.
Give me 20.
What's the punishment in this situation?
I'm doing it based on my breaks at work. So I've been doing like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's
No.
still. Well, that's still.
Well, see, no, that's okay.
Yeah, but I want to make sure I'm following.
No, you're good.
So-
No, I'm saying you don't want to go like a gap of 4 hours or more, and just like you don't eat breakfast and you skip and you start eating lunch. Basically, your body starts to go into starvation mode. It's really primitive still. Our bodies are very primitive, so, when people don't realize is if you skip breakfast, your body gets, people are doing the intermittent fasting thing now, that's like the hot thing.
Yeah.
And it's, but you don't want to start intermittent fasting or something like that as far as a diet, and then all of a sudden you're going to have like, you're going to start eating breakfast because that intermittent fasting is not going to work either. So anything you do, you have to do consistently to try to, stay on that track every day. So if you don't eat till 12, you better not eat till 12 every day.
Gotcha.
If you start eating at 7, you should eat at 7 every day.
When you make the plans, like when I send you my before pictures, so you can make the plans, are you making it based on, okay, he wants to be on stage in September. The judges are going to look for this. So I'm going to make sure
Yes.
the game plan I'm giving you is for you to win, to go on stage.
Correct.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
So, if you give me a certain amount of time, I always tell people you can do a show in maybe 3 months, but you're not going to look as good as you would if you gave me 5 months of your time.
I'm giving you 7.
Yes. So basically, a year of bulking up or like putting muscle on to taper down, you're going to have way better results than just doing it in a crash course like 3 months. Obviously, because you got to build muscle,
Right.
So, for him, he's got 7 months, and we want to build his back up. We want to make his waist smaller.
You see my back?
It's never big enough.
I know. I'm proud of it. I'm like, that's one thing where I'm like, that's me.
Right. No,
Like,
that's what
whoa.
I'm saying. But always, like, in the sport, like, they're looking for an X taper. They're looking for, the symmetry. They want a wide back, small waist. That's
Okay.
the kind of look. It doesn't matter what division, because that's symmetry. That's what they consider symmetry. So.
Now, you said you competed and things like that.
Oh, I did. My last show was 2018, and I turned pro in IFBB. I got my pro card in bodybuilding and physique, 2 divisions.
All right.
Yep, I did it down in the Bahamas. Yep.
Oh, bro.
See?
Yep.
That could be like a postcard. I did it down
In the Bahamas.
With a coconut in one hand.
Yeah.
So we're gonna ask you some additional questions. Come back, maybe think about what the journey is going to be like for him in the next 3-4 months. Well, it's you just warned you.
Keep it real.
I heard her say something about
Yoda talking to Luke before he started training.
He said, "There's no,
He said, "Not afraid."
there's no try, just do."
No, what he said.
That's right.
Well, the party goes, "Teach me, I'm not afraid." You did.
Hey, I have on my wall. This is your main man, Mike D. I'm always joined by
Reginald Gray,
also known as Space Coast. We got Alfie the Sith Lord here. We got Coach Kelly.
Sith Lord.
Yetta May, the Fit Opera Girl. We have Serge Gotti, the Teflon producer. Cover 2 Conversations, 2 Tampaneros, 2 topics, 2 points of view for 2 hours on Flohio Radio. We have another musical interlude brought to you by the House of Gray Skull. Who do we have for these 2 musical?
Dude, when you say interlude, I'm thinking like some slow jam. Thank
The slow jam.
Like some Johnny Gill or something. Next music break I have is Black History Month.
Okay.
So I have a song called Black.
Oh, that was very impressive.
Yeah. That's by Mickey Vale and Candy Co. And you'll love this one. I'm going back on this one.
Okay.
Remember Paris?
Of course.
Yeah, I got Paris, Break the Grip of... Yeah. I got Paris, Break the Grip of Shame. And you ain't never heard an angry rapper before in your life?
Angry black man.
Woo,
Angry black man.
So it's back to back. I got Paris and Black. Back to back.
All right, this is Cover 2 Conversation. We'll be right back.
I hope.
9/11 was an inside job, government mass murder and cover-up.
Black, 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 black hoodie, black shoes, black socks, black to the roots. Got my black thought on cop. Richard blast on these fools, boy. I'm black on the block, and my insane slang bang hard like black rock. Black like the stallion, black like when cats is rocking African medallions and housing the party. It's a black thing, boy. Better ask somebody. Turn that black music up and pass the Bacardi. Black like knights, black like my president, black like a civil right. I'm black with a vengeance. Black jeans, black chucks, black fitted to the side. Walking down the black block, I pop up in black star. Hats are off when it comes down to it. Call me Candy McFly, bringing black to the future. Black kings, black queens, resurrect the power handed off to black seeds. Black. 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 Black.
Into a new realm, a new dimension. Pay close attention and witness knowledge born on a microphone for the people that I call my own. Remember back when good rap was just a cool dance hit, even though it wasn't saying this shit. Well, them days is gone, I don't play that. Pick the punk and I'll say like whack. Stick with the sick style for the serious. Hip-hop lovers can't get enough of this. Black tracks on wax are so smooth, you can't help but to start to move. This is a call and a plea for unity. Black is back, uplift and be free. Keep pushing, the movement moves on. So strong now. With a raised fist fist, I resist. I don't burn, so don't you dare riff. A step to me, I'm strong and black and proud. And for the bitch hoop, I ain't down. Life in the city's already rough enough without some young sucker running up. You don't know me, so don't step. I roll to the right and then bust your lip. Paris is my name, I don't sleep. I drop signs and keep the peace. Here to bust this for better justice. Another dope Scarface release. This is a serious style for the gifted. Pro-black radical raps uplifting. Still growing, the power so strong. You can't stop it now. Straight up on a movement tip, with force as strong as I lost my third eye. Black is back and P-Dog will never die. Who says that you can't do this? Can't be wise, I'll be for the movement. Games I won't have, so don't ya play none. You'll see why when I'm gone. Skinheads end up dead cause I don't play. Brother swarm under the form of Scarface. Round up, roll out, we'll roll 'em up like Rolos. I stomp 16 solo, straight for the jugular. Hope that I don't swarm and bust a cap by night. So you just keep your place cause I won't stop. I'll keep pushing that movement, rock one out. Break.
Welcome back. This is Cover2Conversations, two topics, at least two topics, 2 points of view for 2 hours here on Flohio Radio every Saturday, somewhere about 5 p.m. Eastern Time, from Tampa, Florida, the West Coast, the best coast of Florida. And we are here with Alfie the Sith Lord and Serge Gotti, the Teflon producer. But we also have our regular... I got to think of a name for him now because he's all this bodybuilder champion and all this kind of stuff. But we know we always joined by Reginald Gray, a.k.a. Space Ghost, his partner in crime, Miss Yetta May. And they have brought to us Coach Kelly, former Marine, now professional IFBB Pro trainer of champions. So we're talking with her about what kind of torturous road that Reggie has for the next 3 or 4 months, so I can enjoy watching his pain.
I have some questions. Mike.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
What, as far as your, when you say clients, what do you call them? Clients?
Yeah, you are a client.
So clinical.
Yeah. Yeah, she said you're not friends. You're clients.
What seems to be the biggest challenge that your clients usually face, where it's like that, let's say they're all competing for something. For first time competitors, what's the biggest obstacle that you see that they're going through?
Get there. So somebody they don't see the future. They don't see what they're capable of doing. It's like, somebody, once you actually have been a competitor, just like anything you do, like somebody, once you have accomplished something in life, you're capable of it. You know what I mean? So if you've never been able to, but you only dreamt about it, you really don't think it's tangible. Like that's so hard for some people to believe that they can actually get there.
That's not what I meant.
You don't believe it.
Well, my God, what are you talking about? Mental.
How do they usually screw it up?
It's same emotional. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
people
it's a
don't think
mindset.
they don't think it's tangible, so they think they're going to follow through with it, whether it's diet or training, and then something stressful comes up in their life, and then they kind of just like throw in the towel, and they're like, you know what, like I'm not feeling it today, and it's okay if I cheat. I'm depressed or whatever about something, and they just give up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
the
it's all
thing. So
mental.
it's all
not a-
mental.
yeah.
It really is. Unless you have a severe injury or something happens that's very serious in your life, you know, like a death in the family or something like that. Most of people's battles are truly mental. It really is true. Like
Battle within.
it is a battle within. It is. It is. And that's the biggest challenge for me is to try to give people that vision that I see that they're going to get to, but they don't have it in themselves. They don't
Right.
see it. You know what I mean?
I'm
That's
mental.
what I'm saying.
I'm mental.
Yep, I agree.
It's true.
Cause I gotta admit, when you see if you looked on, if you see us on Facebook, and you looked at Yetta May's before and after pictures, and I think one of the before pictures, she had already competed before that, I believe, gained all the weight, but obviously she did it again because she did it before. You know,
Yeah.
so even though it's an incredible feat, but she
Right.
had done it before. It wasn't like it was not impossible.
That's the thing.
I think what I'm going to look forward to is seeing Reggie get back to that. What he has 2-pack. Because
I had a 4-pack.
Okay.
What's
But the thing is,
I had a 4-pack.
are you counting down or are you counting across? I think that would be a milestone because obviously we know we did it. It keeps popping up on my Facebook history 7 years ago, 20 years ago. I'm like, why does this picture keep coming up?
Yeah, I'll keep posting it.
You know how many IG messages I get from him and her throughout the day? Right? It's like 1 a.m. I'm like, oh shit.
I actually have a question.
Yes,
So
sir.
in your coaching, do you factor in with the mental issue? You do things like what meditation or
Yes, like
Okay.
but my thing is, I try to get people to see that they need to stop when they're stressed, and they need to stop because honestly, it could be just a mood for the day. You know, there's just something happened in their day, but they think it's like gonna be like the snowball effect, and
Right.
most of the time that's the problem with most people is like with anxiety or anything, they think it's the end of the world. You know, if you're having a bad moment or a bad day,
Sounds
so.
like me.
Yeah, no, it's true though. But that's what stops people from accomplishing like serious goals. Like, you know, if you have this vision, it's just like a radio station, a radio show. If you have a vision and you believe in yourself, it's gonna happen.
Serge got it.
See what I'm saying? You have to have a vision.
What?
He's not even listening.
I'm over here. I'm starting
you-
Facebook beef with Gasparilla Music Festival.
No, you have to have a vision. You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of like what I try to show somebody is give them the vision of what they're gonna have in the future.
So what do you use as your metrics of, we got 6 months, we got 5 months, whatever it is, we got a year. How do you measure that, everything's going well or going sideways and you make some adjustments?
I usually do pictures every week. Pictures every week is like a check-in,
Okay.
front, side, back, and then from there I can tell somebody if they need to like cut some of the food out that they're eating.
Wow.
Yeah, and if somebody messes up, I like when people are very transparent with me. If something happens in their life, I kind of want to know what's going on, even if it's not diet related. You know, if it's something that someone's going through mentally, I have to know what they're going through because that's what stops them, once again, from progress. They lose their vision. If you can try to, get people from that sticking point, that's the big problem.
Sometimes life derails you a little.
Yeah,
bit.
life
You
does
never know.
derail you.
Trust me, I know.
But you have the conductor here to get you right back on track.
yeah, tell me.
So, maybe it seems like an off-the-cuff question, but I like to ask this for those who are, do this. Like, what is your favorite either exercise or exercise routine that you just like is your go-to thing, whether it's for you or your client that you just say this really does the job of moving you forward and being healthy or stronger or fit or whatever?
I think everybody needs a little bit of cardio. It doesn't have to be a crazy amount of cardio, but I think for your cardiovascular system, you need a little bit, at least 20 minutes a day. Not a day. If some people are trying to put size on, sometimes I don't have them do cardio on 2 or 3 days a week. Like, they don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as, I was just having this talk with one of my former clients the other day, and she's frustrated because she wants to get back in shape because she had a baby. And I told her that.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, yeah, right, right. But see, she's done shows before, so I told her. I said, she goes, what could you tell me to motivate me to get me back up there, or just get back into shape? Because I keep losing motivation. I'm like, well, I said the thing is you've been there, so you know you can do it. I said, but weight training is going to be what you need to just take a year off. Don't even focus on a goal. I said, just train hard, train heavy. You know, that's my thing. Is your muscle is metabolically active, so you'll burn more fat in the long run being muscular than you will, you know, just trying to be some runner or something like that. You know, you're gonna burn way more fat doing heavy training, weightlifting, and basically that muscle you build is shaping your body. You know, like if I tell him to do 4 sets of back, you know, like for exercise,
20 reps.
20
Four sets,
reps.
20 reps.
On pull-ups,
Okay.
like you know, like the prime mover, like pull-ups are very important for width in the back. You know, underhand grip is very important for developing the lower lat, so you look wider. You know, and it creates thickness throughout the whole back. So I'm about doing, you know, pull-ups, bench press. You know, some of the just prime movers that even powerlifters, football players, those type of exercises that they do in the gym through high school, those are actually what builds a really good foundation. Even for women, like they don't realize, but that the like squats and all those things, those are very important for developing a good structured.
Okay, how about this?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, the program you have yet on right now. You have her doing. You have her doing how many squats right now?
A lot.
She won't even look at her.
420 total, I count.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she got like 4. Mike, this is after the weight workout.
After we.
On the leg day,
Okay.
she ends the weight workout.
With body weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before set, what, 50 squats?
Yeah.
The 50.
4 sets of 50 squats.
Wait a minute.
So this
Did
is
you
after the
say
leg workout.
4 sets? Wait a minute. 4 sets
Sets of
of 50
Body
squats.
weight squats.
After the weight workout.
After the weight workout. So basically what you're doing is you're breaking your muscle down so
Oh, I
much.
get what you're doing, and I want to thank you for doing it too. Yeah, you get total.
This is a family show.
It is a
So you were saying you were breaking down the muscle.
breaking down the
so-
muscle and reshaping it. You know, so even
Yes.
when she's off season and she doesn't see that muscle, when she does, you know, diet down, we get her diet down for a show, she's gonna look like she wants to look, and she's gonna be inspiring other people. That's almost like
Inspiring me?
that. Inspiring you
I bet
and
you
many
are
other
very inspired.
many other judges.
I know
Many
you're
other
very
judges.
inspired.
No, you're doing a great job with that. Thank you.
Yeah. Very
But
inspired.
now with me, you seem okay. One issue I think I have in my visualization of myself is I don't think my arms are big enough.
Are you?
My personal opinion.
He's going through some hormone.
No. Okay, let me clarify.
He already said he feels fat.
He feels
and now
very
his
fat.
he don't think his arms
No.
are big enough.
I meant
I
that.
deal with it all the time.
I meant when I said I felt fat, I meant the week of I started on the program and all the food I was eating. I
Right.
just felt bloated. That's what
That's
I meant.
normal.
Okay, but when I've always had the issue with myself is
You want
I-
bigger arms.
yeah. And the thing is, I see
How
them.
big, though?
Yes, I lose body fat. You see definition, but they don't look like.
We're
Jack.
working that. We're gonna work.
Yeah, how do you do that? Because one of the things I have noticed, and I even watch a special on this, and they talk about dehydration and all this kind of stuff. You know, there's a part where you don't care how big your muscles are, if your skin is this thick because it has that tissue, and you know that. How do you
body fat wise, or
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you see people who are big,
right?
and they're defined per se big,
Right.
But you don't see like the veins
definition,
and extra
right.
striation. Then you see the people like you just showed the picture
Right.
of you. Well, you see every striation of the muscle. How do you get your skin to even get to where you can, see all that definition like
I
that?
mean, it's really, it's not just dehydration. It's your food gets cleaner towards the end, or your calories that you're putting out, you're pulling back more calories. So basically, your body has no more body fat to lose between the muscle under like through the by the organs. Like you hold body fat everywhere behind, by your organs throughout your muscle tissue, just like steak. When you look at steak and it's like fatty steak. That as you get leaner, you're more metabolic and your muscle fibers are closer together, so they're actually burning at a higher temperature. So you're actually getting leaner every time you start to change up your training. It becomes more intense, so your nutrition changes. And to get the skin that thin, it's a combination of cardio, it's a combination of reduction of calories, and it's basically having more muscle mass and training harder. So
why is it you just doing her prep for the show last September? You didn't want her to know about the body fat percentage.
Because just like the scale, the body fat percentage just gets people's brain. Because if you do like those handheld body fat things, those are crap. They really aren't real. Because fat calipers are the best way to go. Or if you do a body impedance and you are under a dunk tank type of body fat type of scale, that's how you have to kind of measure your body fat. But doing those handheld things, or people that don't know how to do the calipers correctly, they can throw your numbers all off. And if you are looking to be a certain body fat percentage and you're not there because somebody did it wrong, that can throw your brain all off. So I ask people, don't do that, because it doesn't matter what your body fat is on stage. They don't measure they don't go, oh, you're 2% body fat, you're good.
Right.
It's really how you look. So for her, or most women and guys that are worried about their arm size, I try not. I try not. No, seriously.
Hey, next thing you know, he's gonna buy a convertible sports car. He's overcompensating for something.
Yeah, no, so
buy a bunch of jewelry.
Yeah.
So
a bunch of cutout shirts.
he mentioned something earlier, and before you got here, and I just recently actually read this or heard this something. He was talking about he's been using a waist trainer. Can you tell me a little bit about waist trainers and what the purpose are and what they do and how they're helpful?
It's kind of like the old corsets that people used to wear back in the day, So you have your floating ribs. They can actually move a little bit, and it's not going to affect your organs. So what that'll do is, over the years, people build up a lot of cartilage and from breathing and sitting wrong. So what waist trainers do is they fix your posture. They kind of bring in where your body has changed throughout the years from, squatting heavy. Like guys that squat heavy, their waists get bigger too. So it brings you back to where you should be. And the tighter you can wear that 4 hours a day, and I promise everybody, even if you didn't train and did that 4 hours a day, your waist would change. That is a fact. It's a fact.
Wow.
I think I did.
It's crazy, but it's a
fact.
fact.
Every day at work, dude, and like 6 hours. Every single day,
and you'll notice it.
And it's just like a band or something.
Yeah, you could do it's a neo. You can do the neoprene belt. Yeah, they have like a double one that's like a Velcro. You can do one strap and then the second one too.
You remember Titanic when her mom was zipping her up in Titanic?
Yeah.
Yeah. You will marry that man.
Why would you bring up Titanic?
The girdle.
He's so emotional.
The girdle. Whatever. She's wearing a girdle.
Estrogen levels. Yeah, really high today for Reggie.
All messed up. All right. So
you'll see we're gonna get him to cry later.
So from the first picture, I've seen you 3 pictures so far over 3 weeks.
Right.
So from the first picture to the one I seen you today, so you do definitely see a change.
I see a change everywhere. I see it in your face. I see it in your neck. Your back, you can see more definition in the back.
My neck,
my back, my
Good night.
And with that,
Because I mean,
your arms.
Yeah.
Your
no,
arms look bigger.
I see it in my arms. Just they don't look the way I.
They don't look like the Rock.
He wants the true 21 gun show.
XL arms.
Oh,
Chino XL arms. Okay.
They're gonna change. Arms definitely are hard to build, though.
Yeah.
It takes a while for them to.
The biggest issue I've had with the program you had me on was by the time I got to chest day, which I think was on Friday.
You're sore?
Dude, my arm broke.
Oh, man. And when your woman tell you, like, yeah, he was broke down. You know what I'm saying?
Did you do the breaking down?
Dude,
You know, I did 4 sets of 50
we got
squats
the
in this
chest,
school.
chest day, guy day, chest day. Dude, my arms were just dead. My arms were freaking. I pushed through it. I went heavier. One thing we did do is on her leg press.
She killed me.
Yeah,
Tricked me.
she had. I said, you can do more of this. You did fucking 15 reps. You can do more of this shit. She goes, you sure? Yeah, go ahead. And I threw another 45 on that. And she did it. I said, look, do it. Then I threw another 25 on top of that. She did it. You know, and then I said, okay, let's do this last one, and on the last rep, I'll take some weight off, but bring it down a little bit lower, just get a better motion on it. She killed it. I said, you can do this shit, and then she had to do 4 sets of 50 squats.
I saw the video. I saw the video. She was she's passed out on the floor. But I was gonna say, I mean, by you saying that's your only issue, you know.
Yeah, it just like on the pull-ups, the issue I'm having is which you have me working my forearms,
Right.
which I don't usually have hardly ever.
Yeah, what do you do about that? Yeah, how-
reverse.
Yeah, reverse.
You've done it before.
Curls?
Yeah, the reverse curls.
Yeah.
Like on the pull-ups, I'm doing 4 sets of 20 on the pull-ups, and the problem I'm having is,
Can't finish it.
I can finish it. It's just I gotta pause for a minute because my forearms are hurting. You know.
She's like, yeah, well.
Am I supposed to?
No,
She's like, what? Remember, she's a Marine. She's like,
I don't feel bad.
no, I don't want you to feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
hey, remember in the movie The Rock, the guys on the top were the Marines.
Yeah. You went to the wrong goddamn house, mister. Yeah. But no,
I'm up here and you're down there.
You went to the wrong goddamn house, mister. But we're doing it. I'm just telling you.
Right.
That's hurt. And by the time I'm in the week with my chest, that's when I'm like, okay, I want to do chest day. Now I'm like, God dang, my arms are dead, dude.
That's okay.
That's normal.
That's okay. That's normal. You'll get used to it. But then you'll see your endurance changes. That's the whole point. That's the beauty of this journey. No, see, like all the weak points in your body that you think, you know, like you're sitting there saying you always wanted these arms and this forearms and just this whole look.
I want big legs, but my knees are shot.
But they'll grow. You don't have to do squats
Because I did the reverse hack yesterday,
and it kills you.
and
Don't go too heavy. Don't go too heavy.
I did no weight.
You don't need to go.
Oh, sorry.
It's the range of motion you got to get in there.
Yeah. Now I will say, as far as squats go, the more reps I do, just body weight or
The
whatever,
better?
that's when by the time I get to the third
Do
set,
you feel like a lot of, blood?
I don't
do you
know,
feel
I
like
just
that?
can't bend
I feel like I'm watching like the middle Empire Strikes Back. Yoda and Luke, and then he's going da da da, and she going da da, and then he's like, I can't do it, and I'm waiting for Coach Kelly to go. And lift it and set it on the table and go.
I don't believe it. That's how come you didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's why you failed.
I don't believe it. That's movie references.
No, I know.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
I have a whole bunch of those. So, but that's normal though. So
That's
the whole
normal.
forearm hurting.
That's
that
totally
stuff.
normal.
Okay.
And you'll get used to it, and then that's when your forearms and your arms start to grow.
Okay.
That's what you have to do is you break down that
Hey,
muscle.
you gotta be wearing my Missy Elliott suit on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my window.
You're not wearing a plastic suit, are you?
What's that thing made out of?
No, don't be wearing a sweatsuit. You're supposed to be wearing sweatpants, like cotton.
My whole body. I'm wearing.
Reg, she's
I'm
giving
wearing,
you
I'm
permission
wearing a
to wear
sweatsuit.
No.
She didn't tell you to cut a garbage bag and put it over you and tie it up, boy.
Well, it's working.
Well, there you go.
I'm sweating.
But it's like a greenhouse.
Yes.
We're not trying to trap it in. We want the water to evaporate.
Oh, it's coming out.
I bet it is.
Where? Where's it coming out?
Oh, I take that sucker off. It's just water. It's all on that sucker.
You don't,
But she wants you to
don't go
breathe,
gym,
son.
do you?
Breathe.
Yeah, breathe. You need to breathe. That's why yeah.
That's
That's
why
you feel.
why you're not putting on the size of your arms.
What? Can we do that cardio with the spacesuit?
Yeah.
You're
No
cooking
more
yourself.
spaces for you.
Cooking yourself.
So I got.
You're marinating yourself for your own
You know,
juices.
you're basically
You're very juicy.
So I got just buy a regular old Nike sweatsuit.
yeah.
Oh, we got the spacesuit with the where I can breakdance in it. that's the one I got.
That's for the club. Save that for the club.
You said a picture, right?
Yeah, but I thought that I didn't know what that. I didn't see like that. It was like
She's like,
plastic,
Yeah. Well, the
vinyl, nylon.
Oh, okay. Well, I messed that one up too. Yeah, I'm just totally messing this whole thing up.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Thank God
totally.
you came to the show. You about to
Yeah,
kill yourself.
Pass that one.
She's
spacesuit.
giving you permission to wear gray sweatpants.
Yeah.
Sweat pants, sweat.
She said, did you see
the
Rocky
little,
One?
Like the like
Wear
Hanes.
that.
Hanes.
Yes.
Hanes.
Remember Rocky One?
Old Hanes, the Hanes type of
Rocky One.
cotton. Yeah.
Wear that.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, does he do the eggs in the morning too? Like 6 eggs?
Yeah. No, he doesn't have to drink. Yeah, I don't have him drinking. Yeah.
Nope.
Actually, it's 11.
You're drinking eggs.
No, you're not drinking.
No,
Are you
no,
drinking?
No, remember?
You probably having
4
drinking.
a.m.
Chasing chickens?
Oh God.
Chasing chickens.
Let's talk real quick. Got 10 minutes left. Let's talk about the divisions. Where I kind of schooled Mike on this a little bit. I learned from Yetta. So she's thinking of dabbling inside the wellness division.
Right.
She's been doing women's physique and had done figure.
Right.
And before that, you did figure, right?
Figure, physique, bodybuilding.
Okay. For let's
people that don't know
let's get it back. Let's start with the first one. Bodybuilding. What is the difference between bodybuilding, physique, fitness?
Fitness,
what's the
figure,
three ones?
bikini. It's just different body types, different body styles.
So I said bodybuilding is like that's when you
biggest and hardest.
Yeah, you look like you could be running next to zebras and stuff like that. So then, what is physique?
You're fighting a gorilla.
What is physique?
Physique is like one step down.
So you're not in Africa, but you're at the zoo.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So then,
Yeah.
and then what's the next one down
You
from?
might be fighting a chimp at that point.
So we got bodybuilding, big physique, and then what's the next one?
And then there's figure.
Okay,
for
what is
women.
figure
So
about?
figure's like more like you have heels now. So the other ones you don't wear heels. Physique and bodybuilding is just flat feet on the floor, like no shoes. And what are you laughing at?
I'm just
Figure? You want you picturing running with zebras? No, so zebras.
He sees the Lion King.
Yeah.
Flash before his eye. Okay, so
He's running in the morning.
women in heels and bikinis.
Yeah, basically.
So clear water.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No, but that's also bikini.
Okay, now.
But
Okay, now what is bikini different
so
from
it's
that one?
Bikini was like for girls that couldn't get super muscular, and then on top of that, there's
Hooters.
yeah, but
That's bikini.
it's gotten a lot hard. They've gotten a lot harder, like throughout the time, like just their body structures are like a lot tighter.
Okay, and now there's a new one called wellness,
Yes.
and that is just porn star.
I said that it's more of like the it's like a yeah, no, it's I don't even know if they know. It's like a more of like South
like I eat
American.
clean?
It's like South American like based. I always said it was going to be like a Brazilian,
Colombia.
type
So I was
of,
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
South
so,
Beach.
So South Beach.
So bikini and wellness probably gonna have some issues because
Oh yeah, it's going to be a real like confusing. Oh, it's going to be probably confusing 2 years coming up. So
Confusing for who?
for the judges, they don't know what the heck they're.
Bikini looks nothing like
So
wellness.
Yada May, which ones are you gonna do this time?
Women's physique and wellness.
Women's physique and wellness, which is it's not the gorilla.
And similar I went to, they said that the wellness division is similar. They want it's basically a bikini girl, a figure girl, and a physique girl on one. With
Boom.
thighs and butt.
Thighs and butt.
Yes.
So they have to have all three.
Dude, I've done research for this, bro.
Thighs and butt.
Okay,
In
so
fact,
let's go.
come by my crib tonight. We'll do some research.
I bet you have. So let's go to the men's. What is he doing? What is he doing? What the men?
He's
which
doing
one?
men's physique basically in board shorts, so he's going to Clearwater Beach.
Oh, well, okay.
I told you.
Yeah.
That's all on Pretty Boy.
No South Beach for
Okay,
you, bro.
gotcha.
Pretty Boy.
And then they have bodybuilding. They have classic bodybuilding, which is like trying to go back to the Arnold days where he had
Venice
like,
Beach.
you know,
Oh,
more
man.
like
What
the
about classic physique?
Classic physique is the one. That's like Muscle Beach, like Arnold old school.
Yeah, yeah.
stuff.
Okay, got
So
it.
you're not
Frank.
because the bodybuilding got so big over the years. Like these guys are so much they're the mass monsters.
Flex
They're
Wheeler
so
and all those
huge.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all these guys now are getting like it's sad to say, and there's whatever reason it is. I mean, I don't want to. No, well, you know, abuse of all that stuff is over the years. I
And they're
mean, they're
looking
having
bad.
like amputations, back
What?
surgeries.
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman, like with
Yeah, I
Mr.
remember Ronnie
Olympia,
Coleman.
he's had so many back surgeries. It's ridiculous,
Oh,
and
Lord.
they've all lost their size. I mean, Flex Wheeler just had his
I just
leg
saw Flex
What?
amputated, partial amputation of his.
Oh
leg.
my God.
Yeah.
Flex Wheeler?
Yeah.
And they got too big for a human being to get. So now the stuff they were doing back in the early '80s, that's what they call classic physique.
Right.
And these are guys that they're like jacked, but they're not mass monsters.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're still big dudes, but they're not like, oh my god.
Like Rock would be.
The Rock would actually be. Would that be if the Rock competed? He would probably be in classic physique.
Right.
Yeah. So that'd be more.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
Okay. And you competed in
Physique and physique and bodybuilding. So I have like my structure. I can kind of go either way. I can go, slightly bigger with size, or I can. It depends because I know how to like change my body on stage to look leaner or not leaner, but just.
Well, you a Batman villain? Would you change
No, but it's crazy because you know what? It's weird because
She said she changed her body on stage.
I know. I'm like, it's magic. I mean the presentation part.
Good Lord.
Yeah. No, it's crazy because most people don't win 2 pro cards in 2 different divisions.
Right,
And
that's what I'm saying. How do you go
That's
through
crazy to me that's happened because, and I don't know if it's because of my height. Just I really don't understand how it's possible, but I did in 2
With
different
great power,
Yeah.
great responsibility.
Okay. Now we watched a bunch of men's physique videos.
Really?
It may be.
Oh, really? Huh.
It may be the age of the
That's when those
competitors,
squats come in handy.
but we've seen these guys. Andre Ferguson. You know who Andre Ferguson is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Him and a lot of these other guys. They're like the drama division. These
Oh,
dudes
yeah.
are tweeting back and forth, arguing online, doing
Well,
YouTube
they're
videos back.
big
I mean, you would think they're going to wrestle in the ring.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sitting there like, is this what I'm getting into? I'm like, I mean, they're
Mind your business.
They are literally like one
Mind your
dude. They
business.
were for the Arnold, I think Arnold, and they're on stage. The guy grabs the mic to ask a question. He says, "I'm going to be on the show tomorrow. I'm taking all you guys out." I'm like, dude, you're not going to fight them. You're walking around in shorts on stage.
Right.
You know, but they it's like, but it's all the men's physique guys.
Right.
Why?
They're trying to impress the women's physique girls.
Honestly, I think if it's like these guys tweeting these pros, I think sometimes it's to get more attention in the industry.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I think that's
I mean, I can talk crash now.
Thinking about that because
You know
it
what
made
I
me.
mean?
I was going to make a testosterone joke, but it made me think of actually a good question for you, Coach Kelly.
Thank you.
What is your and understanding that you're a professional, and even if you say it on air, everybody's individual, everybody's different, so don't
Right.
mean you run out to the store get this. But what are kind of your top 3 or 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, if you will, supplements? Because one thing I've seen in the bodybuilding since I started working out in 1989, I kind of went, like I said, the Reggie route. I just lost because I was trying to support him. Lost 20 pounds, and I'm getting back in the gym. And I kind of remember some of my old stuff, but I remember spending $100, $150 on creatine and I got to take all the little fat burner stacks and all this kind of stuff. And
Rip Fuel.
yeah, oh man,
Old school Rip Fuel.
Twin Lab. So, do you have some go-to that that you say, hey, these supplements in my profession has
I
had
think
battle?
for everybody, I think they should do branch chain amino acids. There's basically your aminos you need, that whether they're essential or the non-essential ones that you get from just from meat. Like anything protein wise is amino acids, but sometimes if people aren't getting enough protein throughout the day, that's a good way to get more protein in, and it'll help people lose weight.
Okay.
Water is a huge deal, believe it or not. The more water you drink, you can get away with more. You can get away with way more sweet drinks. You can get away with way more food, because water actually pushes extracellular water. So like the water under your skin. If you don't get enough water, your skin actually is thicker, and it's crazy how that works. But your body knows how much to expel if you start drinking more, and it actually helps people lose weight.
Okay. So water, branched chain
amino acids, BCAAs. I would say some people creatine, unless they have issues with their kidneys. But you can do creatine.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, creatine's really well. It's been studied
it's
for
been around.
It's been around.
But what's
so
the deal
long.
with its connections with kidneys? I thought it.
Well, your
keeps
kidneys
water.
flush it. Yeah, that's the thing. But it keeps water. But what happens is if your kidneys have to flush everything. So there's certain things that your body needs to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have me doing creatine.
Yeah, you don't need creatine.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Everybody does. Yeah. So that.
That's what I needed. I would have got creatine. I would have messed up.
See?
Exactly.
That's why I asked.
He would have right out the GNC.
So
Like,
BCAAs, lots of water.
Yeah.
Creatine, maybe so, maybe not. Be careful if you have kidney issues.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I would say, there.
I see. What I will say, get your blood work checked first, because myself.
And oils too.
Yeah. I had to get my blood work checked to see I was low testosterone. And so in order for me to do what I'm doing, I'm going to have to increase my testosterone. So I had to get prescribed shots to get that. That's going to, I think, maybe I'm wrong. Help me out here.
Right.
I think that makes a difference. I could have done all this. She would have gave me a workout program, and I do no blood work and find out, yo, dog, 6 months in, I didn't know you had low testosterone. So I think that's a big deal, And the blood work also showed I had low test and also had high estrogen also.
Yeah, and I think I was the reason why I was asking, because I also think that there's some minerals you got to be careful of. I know because of I had high blood pressure, I was on a diuretic, and I can't think of the supplement. This starts with an A, but I can't remember what it is.
The one that you use the bathroom.
And I remember I misread the label, and it said 1/8 of a teaspoon. 1/8 of a teaspoon, right?
Yeah, 1
I
teaspoon.
put a whole teaspoon. And I never get. I went to work, and I think I urinated about 5 times in about an hour and a half.
That sounds like
and the thing is, I know one of the main things with that type of excessive is that you begin to use your sodium and your potassium,
Yeah.
and then your muscles are going to lock up.
Yeah.
So I remember going,
yeah.
The good news is I actually have potassium at home, pills at home. I made it home, and I literally probably got to the couch, and my legs just locked up.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, and I remember having to say, go get my pills. Get my
pills.
Now, normally, what the
Get my
country
pills.
people tell you is, get some mustard. Put some mustard on your tongue. But, and I never forget going, you got to be careful about drinking. Yeah, you can drink a whole bunch of water, but make sure that, remember, water flushes things out of you. And some of those things you need. So be careful about that. That's just a PSA from the main man, Mike D, that just be careful, because you get somebody here drinking 5 gallons of water, and then they get locked up on the highway. I don't want that to happen.
Well, before we cut out of here, just to let Kelly know, I have been clean on my diet
For the past 20 minutes.
Sweet potato.
Yeah.
You see, he had to eat it in front of me to make me believe.
Yeah. No,
He
he's always.
gets Taco Bell out. He was going to give you a couple,
No, I
but you're
wouldn't.
like, hey, listen.
Nah,
No,
I'm good, bro.
No. I've been clean. No alcohol. Now I'm enjoying my
Alcohol?
I'm enjoying this weekend.
Right.
But clean, no alcohol, bam,
Awesome.
nothing. Yep. So I want to go
Congrats.
watch MMA fight O'Brien tonight
Very cool.
and get my
Get your
drink on.
testosterone up a little bit.
Yeah.
Been a little emotional today.
Yeah, I don't, I'm not emotional, you idiot.
Yeah.
And
Don't try to get manly now.
It's too late. We know about the.
I feel fat.
But what's your thoughts on alcohol?
It depends
And
in the beginning.
remember, you are a Marine.
In moderation in the beginning, but it depends on how much you've been drinking, So if you just slowly taper it down, that's good. So, like for some people want to have like
From what?
vodka. No, I'm saying you could do it a couple
Shots.
times a week. Not
Hey, taper it down
like
from
like 4 ounces, like twice
4 ounces?
a week. Yeah.
That's 4 shots, I think.
So how do you feel about a whole bottle of?
So that's 8 shots.
It's clear.
Twice a week.
It's
So you
clear
can make-
liquor.
It's like
It
water.
looks just like that.
But there's not even.
Our tequila was good though.
You know, it is. I know. I saw that article too myself. No, but you know what?
I have it posted on my refrigerator.
But you have to kind of break your old habits. If you don't, like, you know, it's not just about drinking or anything. It's just if you continue to do the same things, you're not going to.
I agree.
You know,
because the picture again. Every year, he said I've done it for years. Well, I'll gain weight, then I'll lose it, and I do this every single year from October to December 31st. No alcohol. I've done like for 7 years straight, and that's when I go through my biggest changes. You're like, how do you do it every year? The weight comes off. I stop drinking. That's
it's a lot of empty calories. You know, it's a lot of empty calories. There's just like there's no real substantial.
don't say a word, like you idiot.
I'm not saying that.
When you looking at her, I'm
You're like, you're like that means that what I can have.
I ain't saying nothing.
But no, I'll enjoy the weekend tonight. My birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Merry Christmas.
5-1.
5-1.
5-1. Yetta got her old man. Got her sugar daddy.
And I'm messing the mic up over here. We gotta shut down. And I want to thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
No,
Coach.
not for the show part.
No.
I want to thank
for all that
you
do.
Personally.
for all you've done
Oh, thank you.
to. Yeah, I didn't finish yet. I want to
Very
thank
emotional
you
today.
for helping her out as far as the squats, the leg presses, all the glute work.
He really appreciates it.
Yeah, you're
Just wants
incredible.
you to know that. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny because when she worked out with Tim, she said she didn't have an ass. And now I got a white girl as my coach, and the white girl gave me an ass. Because I've seen the pictures with Tim. You saw him. And I'm like, no ass at all.
Right.
Wow.
She had knots at all.
Not at all.
Oh my God.
Yeah, now I was like, bam! Yeah, so I want to thank you.
You're welcome.
She's a try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm done.
you're very happy about that. You realize you got to buy her all new clothes now.
Right.
Tight
Yeah, it's all tight medical and stuff. But I want to thank you for coming into the show.
I
appreciate it.
really thank you guys for having me. Thank you
So
so
how does
much.
someone who wants to reach
Social
out to you,
medias.
talk to you,
Social media.
how do you find Coach Kelly?
It's
Lynn?
simple. It's Kelly Lynn Fit. Everything, my email, my website, and my Instagram.
That's Kelly
Kelly with a Y.
Kelly with a Y. KELLY.
LYNN.
Fit.
Yep.
You type
And
that
Twitter?
in and it's all going to be.
It comes
Yep.
up real quick.
That
dude.
too. Yep. It comes up real quick.
Yeah, I put up the website. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you plan to compete anymore?
Yeah. I'm gonna do my pro debut actually in May
Oh,
at the Europa in Orlando.
the
So
Europa.
It's a big show.
In
We're
May?
looking forward to it. Yep, May 23rd.
Wanna go?
24th. And the cool thing is, there's all sports there. They got a bunch of different kinds of, I think they have jiu-jitsu. They have all kinds of different competitive sports going on. that weekend.
What happened to the fitness competitors?
Fitness slowly died down because of the injuries, and there's not enough people that.
I used to always watch it on ESPN.
I know, it's
and they
awesome,
stopped-
right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. They still have it. It's just not on every
Well,
in
they
every
got the
show.
strongman stuff still on there, right?
They also have
Yeah.
strongman at the Europa, I believe.
Mike,
It would be a cool thing to cover.
strong man,
honestly.
dog.
It's a really cool weekend. It's like the Arnold. It's like a mini Arnold class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mike.
It's a big show.
It's like an oxymoron, a mini Arnold.
So you're basically saying, Serge, hey, we're going to do Cover2Conversation live at the Europa 2020.
All right. You have been listening to Cover2 Conversations.
You want to guess, brother?
I want to, but man, I don't feel like I'm gonna
Traffic
be
is
able
a
to make it
disaster.
out there in time.
I mean, I-275 South.
Because by the time I
Cleveland.
leave here, it's gonna be 9.
Cleveland.
You going to guess, brother?
So I might be able to catch people coming out, so I can get that good dollar parking.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah. Okay.
This is Gasparilla Night Parade tonight down in Ybor
Are
City.
you going, Mike?
I thought I was, but after having lunch down there, it was a little buck wild. I think I might just shut it down.
It has
I might
tamed
shut it
down though from 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah,
because
I-
we knew when it was like,
Yeah, with
show
a
your
base-
titties.
Yeah.
All kind of stuff.
Yeah,
That's the one.
he just looked like he's just gonna be a mess.
I'm just saying. Anyways, please go ahead, Mike.
This is
I would keep cutting you off. Go ahead, Mike.
you're listening to Flohio Radio. This is Cover2 Conversations every Saturday,
my
5
bad,
p.m.
my
to 7 p.m. 2 Tampa natives, at least 2 topics, 2 points of view for 2 hours here on Flohio. Thank you to Serge, the Teflon producer Serge Gotti, his brother Alfie the Sith Lord for making Flohio available to all of us. Thank you for Yetta May from supporting her man, Mr. Reginald Greystoke of the Jungle, also known as Space Ghost. You want to find Reggie? You know where to look. Just put it in Google, Castle Grayskull.
That's like he.
Because Reggie has the power. And thank you so much for Coach Kelly for joining us, giving us inspiration.
We
will see pictures throughout these. We got 6 months, something like that.
September.
Long road ahead of
months to see. I think,
March,
I think Yetta
May,
May's doing a
June,
show
July,
sooner
August.
though.
7.
Yetta May's doing a June-July show. Then we got September for Reggie. So we will be, monitoring their progress. When Reggie's mind goes awry, we'll bring him
Set him
back.
on track.
Yeah, we'll get him back on track. As me, also known as the Black Mandalorian, this is the way.
Yeah,
This is the way.
So we're going to use the Black Mandalorian.
I have spoken.
Yes,
Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll be back next Saturday, and I don't know who our guests are, what our musical interludes will be.
I don't know either.
But we will figure it out.
I don't know.
Throughout the
Thank you
week.
for.
It might just be me and you.
Hey, it's been that way before. Thank you to the champ known as Tone Capone for joining us earlier today. And everyone have a great, safe weekend. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to be right back with Chopping It Up with Star Shear on Saturday. Triple headers Saturdays here at Flohio Radio.